I'm kind of dead in the water. I can't put the head on, I can't put the pants on the motor, I can't put the intake on. It's basically a standstill.
Well, don't feel too bad, because we're in the same situation. We don't have all the parts to finish the Mopar muscle truck either.
Well, I really don't feel that bad because we have that 74 Charger you brought me, and we can have fun with that, right?
We go clean that thing up?
If it's going to take us cleaning it up to get it on the road, I'm down for it.
So Birdsong drug this thing all the way from the desert out here, and this thing's packed full of dirt, rat turds, and all kinds of surprises. So instead of breathing stuff like that and letting it get into the eyeballs, we're gonna clean this thing up.
1988. I found the registration paperwork. There's so much dirt in the back seat.
I vacuumed out about 98% of all the scuzz that was in here. The seats are falling apart, and the headliner is still falling down, and stuff's probably still gonna be blowing around in our eyes. But I want to throw some seat covers on the seats just to keep everything contained. I'm gonna put a moving blanket over the back seat just to cover the whole thing, make it easy. And that's probably gonna be good enough for a test drive.
Now, even though this Charger was running when I brought it here, when we would wrap the throttle just for kicks, it would pop and fart and bang, which is kind of making us think that, hey, maybe the ignition system we need to take a look at. So I just pulled a plug real quick. And yeah, this thing is completely junk. It is so fouled out, I'm surprised it even kicked over and ran. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna put all new plugs in it, we're gonna put new wires on it, and we have a new coil just in case, because this coil here sat in the desert since 1988. So we got wires, we got a racing air cleaner, and we got our racing coil. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on here, and hopefully we get some good bangs instead of some bad bangs. Dude, that thing just like grew up. What do you think, Steve?
Well, I've got some gas for you, and I got something else.
What's that?
Nothing but compliments, man. I really like what you've done to my new car.
Look what Wiley did to the interior.
Ah, it's detailed.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Oh, it's professional grade.
It's a Roadkill Classic.
Check out your air cleaner, dude. Doesn't the air cleaner just make the engine bay?
Well, you add that along with the headers, the empty valve covers, the Edelbrock manifold, the carburetor, and all the other race stuff.
And we got new plugs and wires and a brand new racing coil.
The boys are kind enough to get everything ready for me. The only thing we have left is to check the timing, and we're gonna do that right now, top it off with gas, and hit the road.
Advance it.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Hold it right there.
Can I take it there?
Lock it down right there.
Okay, perfect.
That's 33 degrees on the money. That should give us lots of horsepowers.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's see what this thing can do.
Oh, we will.
I haven't ridden in this thing.
You haven't?
No. And look, the tack still works.
I know.
I haven't ridden in this thing. Dude, this thing sounds healthy.
This is the Bro Charger.
I know, the
Dude,
Bro Ham.
The Bro Charger, Dulcich.
Bro Charger.
Oh, man.
So,
It's not popping
Sounds
anymore.
like an airplane.
No. So, Wiley, it's got an exhaust system on one side
Yeah.
and an open pipe on the other side.
It's a asymmetrical exhaust system.
No, you know what you call that?
What's that?
Street strip.
Street
Yeah.
strip. Oh,
Half side
50-50?
street, half side strip.
It's kind of like a mullet a little bit.
Dude, this thing's just cruising.
Yeah. You just don't know the feeling of
It's
being
not-
behind the wheel with the bros and the Bro Ham Charger.
It's not popping and farting or nothing.
No.
It is pretty sick. This thing sat for so long, and you just threw a carb on it, and it's good to go.
Right?
The wheel alignment's
The
even
speedo
perfect.
works. Look at that.
No. Wow. The brakes
And
work.
the brakes work. You see, one other thing about the 74 Chargers, they have the isolated front K-frame suspension.
and an isolated transmission crossmember, and an ISO clamp rear suspension.
So this is supposed to handle better and ride smoother. What do you think?
I'm convinced already.
This thing is good.
The dash says 78,000 miles.
I
Yeah.
know. I was thinking 178.
No, that's 70,000.
70,000?
This thing's only got 70,000 miles on it.
Oh my gosh.
This thing was probably in mint condition when it went to the yard. I don't know what kind of shape the shocks are in, but this is
Not good.
Oh my gosh, this thing handles better than the T37.
Look at the body roll.
Oh my god.
Almost non-existent.
I think the door handle hit the pavement on this
I
side.
heard that.
Like the mirror is swinging. This is our G-force meter.
It is.
Oh yeah, how's it feel?
It feels fantastic. As much as I loved the Bro Charger when we first got it running, there were a couple of glaring problems that, well, frankly, we just ignored. Number one, it had a massive leak out of the transmission, maybe just the cooler lines or fittings or hoses or something, but we never even looked at that. So we completely ignored it, but not anymore. We're gonna fix it. The other thing is the braking system, which were basically non-existent. The thing wouldn't stop. We're gonna look at that too. We're gonna get the car way up on jack stands, pull the wheels and tires off, start working on it, and get it all fixed. All right, here's a live one.
It didn't take long to see what the problem was down here. It looks like the transmission is leaking from the pan gasket. I can see there's a chunk of the gasket sticking out the side. Transmission leak solved. It appears somebody tightened the pan down too much and it actually cut through the gasket. You can see where the pan's pushing through the gasket right here. Our pan is all beat up. Looks like somebody used a pretty gnarly screwdriver to pry it off at one point, bent it all up. So this one's not gonna seal properly anymore. Luckily, Steve has a plethora of other transmissions and pans. Just gonna pull this one off, clean it up, and we should be good to go.
We were kind of hoping to shortcut this and just get into bleeding the brakes and seeing if there were any leaks and if everything operated okay. But what happened was we were breaking loose the bleeder nuts and one of them broke off right in the wheel cylinder. So the drums are gonna have to come off and that wheel cylinder is gonna have to be changed, which means we're gonna have to do this right, inspect the brakes, see if there's anything broken inside like a spring or anything like that. If everything looks good, then we'll be in business. Now these drums, they've been on here forever, so I'm gonna put a little lube right here around every stud and around the center register, and then smack it all the way around with a hammer, and that'll probably free it up. Oh, look at that. The spring right there broken, parts falling out and flying around. It's a good thing we got in here because this was defective, and that makes for an unsafe vehicle.
All right, I think that's cleaned up enough. Gonna wipe this thing out and give it a little spray paint job, throw it back on the car. Pan's going on. There we go. All right, transmission pan's in. The registration lady said we got 3 passes each. I'm thinking we ride together on the first one,
Yeah.
and then we do 2 by ourselves, and those 2 by ourselves will be like our times. But that
Okay.
way we get like a little bit of a ride together.
I'd consider that the pre-running the course, the first run.
Staging up. Here we go. All right. I thought you were gonna take it easy.
I am taking it easy.
Oh, a little tight. You got it. All right.
Which way are we going here?
Yeah. Right, right. Whoa. You got it.
You gotta throttle this thing around.
Yeah, you gotta get that back end a little loose. Here we go. Oh. Nice save.
Is this a big sweeper here?
Yeah. You gotta jolt left. S-turn. gonna be a left-right. Boom, 58 seconds.
Oh!
That's under a minute, dude, on the warm-up.
Boom.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here and let you take 2 laps.
Okay.
All right, that wasn't actually too bad. He ran a 58, I think. I saw it on the clock. We were thinking this thing was gonna be way over a minute. All the fast cars are running in the low 40s, so actually pretty surprised on how it did. And he's off. It looks a lot slower from outside the car, I'll tell you that. All right, he's doing all right. No cones down yet. I was really expecting to see a lot more body roll out of the car, but it doesn't look too bad, actually. I thought it was going to be completely uncomposed. All right, looks like he's going down to the last straightaway, and he's got one more little S-turn, and he's going to be through the line. We'll see what kind of time he gets right here. He's running slower than before. We got a 59.056. He lost about half a second on that one.
What a run, Wiley.
That was a 59.056. You lost half a second with me out of the car.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it was a good counterbalance in there.
No way. I thought it was faster.
I don't know, man. You didn't slide out in the corner either.
I know.
All right, better luck next time.
Okay, so I ran a little bit slower on my second run, even though I thought I was faster. But I've got one more run, and then Wiley will take over.
All right, Steve's pulling up for his last lap. All right, he's off the line. A little bit of tire spin, actually. Oh, it looks like he's moving a lot quicker this time. I wonder if he just juked us on that last run. It looks like he's really moving through it. Oh, okay, that is a lot of body roll.
This is just about the end of the line.
50 seconds. Oh, he's gonna beat his time. He's gonna beat his time. 56.254. That's pretty good. Knocked about 2.5 seconds off that one. Hey, that last pass was a lot better.
What a run.
You had a 56.254, so you knocked like 2 3/4 seconds off. That's not bad.
Oh, okay. It felt faster.
Honestly, I'm just stoked we're under the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's bad. You want to hop in and give it a try?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this thing actually handles a lot better than I was expecting.
The Road Charger handles surprisingly good. It just could use a little bit more power, well, and maybe a little more suspension, too. Overall, oh, man, he's ripping it. Look at that thing go. Wow, that's poetry in motion right there.
Oh, come on.
Oh, man, he's really opening it up.
That armrest really helps.
I don't know where I read the time. Oh, there's the time right there. That's a 55.85 with the 7. That's ripping it.
I think I just beat Steve. No way.
I've never seen a man happier behind the wheel of an automobile. This is fantastic.
Here we go.
This is what the hobby is all about. Look at that. Road Charger, autocross, Las Vegas, the wind and the sun, the tire smoke.
Holy Moses. I feel like I'm going a little faster this time. Come on, baby. There she is. Almost lost it there at the end. It's a little sloppy, but that was fun. Oh my gosh.
And a 55.44 with an 8. I don't know if there's anything left in that car after Wiley got done with her.